Okay, let me see. I want that. That's what. Okay, I'm gonna check the. I need to check this real fast. Alright, good. Fun, right? Almost ready. Be ready in just a minute, guys. Okay. Good to go, guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Looks like my Bluetooth is connected and everything else. So I'd show you how I can use my new glasses, but I have problems. I haven't learned how to completely tweak them on here just yet, so perfect. So today we're going on a feed run. Got to run a couple quick errands. We're gonna go to town. We're gonna get the stuff done, and we're gonna jump back into the car and get everything accomplished. So, but today we're going to talk about digital versus analog. I forgot my cheat sheet, but whatever, I can try to remember. Digital versus analog versus are you a cyborg? And I say that with all the technology attached to my body right now. We're going to talk a little bit about the technology that I love, use, I think is vitally important. And we're going to talk about pros and cons of it. We're talking about how it's going to make your life better, it can make your life worse, and fun things like that. So I'm trying a bunch of new ideas here. If you like this kind of stuff, let me know. If you don't, you're like, Doc, I just want you to talk about the farm. You talking about other things is so boring. That's fine too. I'm game. You guys just fill me in with what you guys are interested in watching. I like making videos. I like teaching. I like talking about things. So other thing we're going to be interesting is we're going to drive this way. And I'm kind of interested if the internet's going to cut out, because there is a spot through the green curves, not very far away from my house, where the internet is just not always bueno. So we're going to see if during that bueno spot, what happens throughout there. Plus, it's also a good test for me because I kind of want to see if I can do these feed run videos and how well they work and such like that. So you guys might like actually see a little bit on the outside. So, a little background so we can get the start of this. So, I grew up in an analog world. That means I know how to do things like use a card catalog, I know how to, do math on paper and pencil. Heck, I know how to use a pencil. I know that sounds weird. I know how to, take a cassette tape and fix a cassette tape. It is a little shaky. We're going to see what happens. Wonder why it's so shaky, because usually I don't have a shaky issue. I know how to use a pencil to fix a cassette tape. I know lots of little tricks like that. And folks today just don't quite understand. So there's where we're going to get to the green curves. So I'm not going to say anything of any importance through here, just in case I lose internet. And it should reconnect in just a minute. So I'm just going to stumble around right through here, not really say anything important. So this is the curvy part of where I live. The cell towers are kind of hidden behind the mountain over there. So you probably, if I'm still here, just hear me randomly rambling. I don't want to say, the secret to life's secrets, the secret to the universe, while I'm driving through a part where you're not going to be able to hear anything I say. Looks like I'm connected. I didn't get the little thing about poor connection. Still got another, probably, going down this little bit and then crest the hill, and we should be back. So if you guys are still here. Okay, so we live in a digital world. And if you guys haven't realized, why are we saying no internet? No internet, Justin. No internet is not there. Okay, maybe now? We'll see. Okay, so we live in a digital world. We have digital toys. We are surrounded by digital things. Our cars are digital. Our computer's digital. Heck, our life is almost all digital. So it depends on where you live and how interconnected you are. Your life actually might be even more digital than other people's. But I don't want you guys to all be Luddites. I don't want you to understand that. I don't want you to think that just because we have technology that means bad. Because technology doesn't always mean bad. It's a tool. It's a tool and how to use it. So as smart ring, I have smart glasses, I use a cell phone. I like my digital toys. I like to be surrounded by the things that help me enhance my life. Now, that being said, I can take every one of these off and I can leave them at home. If I just want to go out in the woods and just go hiking and not have anything, I can take a field guide. I can take a field guide in a backpack, and I can go into the woods with a field guide and a backpack and a water and a knife. And I feel just fine. I don't feel like I'm disconnected. I don't feel like I'm missing anything of the world, and I don't feel nervous. Especially if I choose to take everything off, there's nothing that I'm fearful or don't feel anything weird about not having technology on me. So that's the first part. You need to know, are you somebody that can go without technology? Because if you can go without technology, you're not really a cyborg, because that is something that I will always embrace as someone who loves tinkering with new things, trying to break things, trying to fix things. I can see myself always having some form of technology, some latest, greatest, coolest, awesomest technology. So that being said, I also like to research it. I like to know what we're getting into. So are there technologies out there that maybe aren't beneficial for you? Sure, absolutely. Like if you're one of those people rings and you let the heart rate and you let all that kind of stuff run your life, and your life is being altered, not enhanced by the technology, then it's not probably the right technology for you. So I personally believe that when you have technology, the technology should make your life better, not worse. Enhancement. Smartphones enhance my life. Computers enhance my life. Cameras enhance my life. My smart ring enhance my life because there's so much stuff I can track on this smart ring. One of the favorite things I've ever bought, technology-wise. There's lots of enhancements. But I'm going to get some pushback here saying, but Doc, it's yours. That's my first question. And if they are, these kids these days, and the next negative statement that you're going to make. So if you say these kids these days can't do X, Y, Z, and they're your kids, guess what? It's your fault. Simple as that. It's your fault. Skills that when my nephew starts getting older, or their skills that we're learning now, even by SIP skills. So we're going to try something on the way home. I'm going to do is episode 2. We're going to do a follow-up. We're going to talk about some more stuff. On episode 2, on the follow-up, I'm actually going to change and turn this on 5G. Because right now I'm rocking 4G. Let's try something different. So we're just going to do a couple short little episodes. So, kids don't know these days. So, I think it's ridiculous that we have a bunch of kids, blinking VCR generation, that they don't know anything about technology. They've grown up with the technology, but they're as knowledgeable about boomers, and that just blows my mind. Like, how are these kids growing up not knowing how to mess with tech? So, I love tech. I love being able, I can program the VCR, I can use an iPhone, I can, it might take me a minute to relearn a new piece of tech, but you give me a new GUI, I'm going to dance around that, and I'm going to be good at knowing how to interface with with all that stuff. It's just something I enjoy doing. So if it's something you enjoy doing, you should get just the same as you should teach your kids physical traits as well. You teach them how to ride a bike. You teach them how to climb a tree. You teach them how to hammer a nail. You teach them how to just throw an axe into the ground. There's so many kids these days, and I'm going kids up to the 20s. We're gonna go from little kids up to your 20s, because just because you're a kid, I don't take that kids. That's not an insult to anyone. Kids is just a term that I like. So these kids these days, they never hit. A lot of them don't hit trees with sticks. If you're a boy and you're in the woods, you should hit a tree with a stick. It's just what you should do. It's just fun. I mean, heck, girls like to hit trees with sticks too. But just hit trees with sticks. Simple. Hit trees with sticks. The other thing you need to do is when you see water, you're standing at the end of a lake, you're standing at the edge of a creek. What you need to do is you need to throw rocks. You need to skip rocks. So hit trees with sticks and skip rocks. Life will be a lot better if you do those two things. Now, once you get those basic skills down, I do think it's important to also use the technology, because the technology that we have today should be making your life easier, better, faster, quicker, more productive. You should be able to be using technology to cut the amount of work hours that you have to physically do. So here on the farm, me having different pieces of technology, from a tractor to graphing programs, to even talking with AI to help me, talking with GPT to help me figure out how to organize and plant things better, and what I want to do and what would be a good time to do things. All of those should make my life faster, easier, and more productive. And if my life's faster, easier, and more productive, that means I got more time to hit trees with sticks and throw rocks in water. Simple. I want my life to be more of my control. So, is this work-leisure balance? Maybe it's an extra thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just a life thing. I like this balance. I want my work to be something that I want to be doing. I hear boomers, and I hear other people say, "Oh, well, you can't like what you do," and I'm like, that's bullshit. You can't like what you do every day. I agree with that statement, but you should absolutely like what you do, because you're going to be doing it the bulk of your life. So if you don't like what you do, there's something out there. But but Doc, not everybody's going to like. I like digging ditches. Okay, I think it's fun to dig in the ground. I like ditch digging. If ditch digging was still like a job, I probably would really like it. Heck, I like using big pieces of equipment and digging to the ground. That's just fun. I like getting my hands dirty. I like playing in the woods. I like doing that kind of stuff. So I know people that actually like sweeping and like to clean up messes. So there is somebody that will do just about every job. And if we have a group of jobs that people don't want to do, that's why we got automation. Back to the technology. Boom, back to letting a computer, a robot, a thing that we've created do that work for us, so we can get to doing things. We can get to accomplishing, we can get accomplishing work, quote unquote work, and things that we want to be doing, things that we're actually feel we've got a useful in this world. And so I think that's for a lot of people. They're afraid that this AI, they're afraid that this GPT, they're afraid that this automation, a person just ran a red light. They're afraid that all this automation, that kind of stuff, is going to take jobs away from us. And in reality, it's actually going to enhance our lives. It's going to make us do more. It's going to give us the ability to do more of what we want to do. I want to do more what I want to do. I want to have more time hitting trees with sticks and playing in the woods and growing growies and eating tasty plants and teaching people how to do cool things. I want more of that time. So why wouldn't I embrace the technology to do that? Technology can also, we're going to get to the dark side on the way home. We're going to talk about a little bit more on the dark side of where we have to be careful with technology, because technology has a lot of potentials of being not bueno, let's just say. But we'll address that. Right now we're going to talk more about the positive. Yay, technology. Technology is good. Life is awesome. You should be embracing it. What else was I going to talk about under this particular category? So, yeah, mine just went blank because it's really good at that. I'm actively trying to make it so I'm using technology to actively try to make my brain function better, because sometimes I just get dumb as all get out, and it's just silly, because it's just short circuit in the brain. We're going to talk about that too. We'll talk about that one day with Let's Feed the Chickens. We're going to talk more about how to some biohacks that I'm trying to enhance some other things, because I've tried some biohacks. Some of them worked really well, some of them didn't work. So we're going to talk about some other different biohacks in the very near future. So we got about 3 or so minutes, I would say probably 2 minutes left in this video. Then I got to run, get the feed. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes, and on the way home, we're going to talk more about some of the dark sides, how to not let the powers that be control us with the tech, and how to use the tech to enhance our lives and to survive the survival zones that we will be having, that we may have to think about, we may have to worry about, we may have to address. So, such a ridiculous intersection right here. I got through it with no flexing. Okay, party people. Well, I am at the location that I need to be at. So if you like this kind of stuff, thanks for joining me. We're going to do another video. I'll be doing another video, probably about 10 minutes. We'll jump in. We'll do part 2, talk some more about this. If you don't end up liking that and you want to follow me on Discord, it's discord.gg/xDrFirefly. And if you like my Instagram, xDrFirefly37. Every place else is xDrFirefly. I will see you guys in just a few minutes. It's Doc. In a few minutes. Adios.